When a HD camera is just not quite good enough, you get yourself one of these. And those lovely old people over at Viofo have sent us a little something, a little box of goodies. I'm just going to pull it all out on the tailgate, see what we've got in the box. I'm not going to install it today, but it will be in this video, obviously. This is the same brand of camera that Sam, over at Sam's Motor and Machine, fitted. They sent me the budget version, so if you haven't quite got the money to, you know, stretch out for the free cameras in 4K, this is a 2K version. It's just the one camera, but it comes with some other bits and pieces, so we'll have a quick look down here and see what comes in the box. Obviously these are extras, you have to buy with it, but let's see what we've got. The Bluetooth control button, the circular polarizing filter, a 64 gig memory card, a dash cam hardwiring kit, and the camera itself. Now this is the WM1, which is 2K, it's quad HD Wi-Fi dash cam 1440. This has got the Sony Starvis sensor, it's got an app connection, it's got parking mode, which as Sam I probably won't be using that option. Yeah, it supports Wi-Fi connection to the Viofo app, built-in GPS logger, voice notification, and it supports micro SD cards up to 256 gig. So I think what I'm going to do with this is obviously stick it up on the front, and we're going to wire it in the same way that Sam did his. Pull out the interior light, there's a live ignition feed up there and an earth, so we can wire in the hard wiring kit, coil that all up, stick it up in the top there somewhere out the way, and yeah, I'll just quickly get the camera out the box because it's a nice little unit. Now this doesn't have the tilt on it on the lens, it's obviously sticks to the screen via a 3M sticky pad. That bit does actually twist up and down like that. So when you got that stuck on the screen, then you can just angle the camera so you get your best view. And on the back of it, you just got some buttons, which I'm assuming that you can operate through the app as well. And then you've got your old Bluetooth button for if something happens in front of you, you want to preserve that clip. You tap that, bish bash bosh, it protects the file on the camera. Memory card goes in there. The power lead goes in that slot there. And that's it. It's pretty self-explanatory. So also, I'm not going to do it today. I've got some other bits and pieces that I'm doing, but I just thought I'd unbox it, and then later on, probably in the next couple of days or so, when it's a bit nicer out here, we'll get that installed. But it'll be in this video. So, and as usual, all links will be in the description below. They're not affiliate links, we don't earn any money out of them, but they did send this to me for trying it out, so free of charge. Free advertising for them. A little bit of something for us. I've got the camera perched precariously on the seat. We're going to get this dash cam installed, and I've got to see where the best place to put it is and get it wired in up on this light here. There's not a lot of wire to play with, but we'll see what we can do. We'll get up with something. I'm hoping that I can get the camera set up somewhere a bit more stable. We've seen all the bits that we get with it, so I'm just going to crack on, clean the windscreen off. I've got the old trusty Ajax window cleaner to give it a bit of a scrub up there, make sure it's nice and clean for sticking the camera on. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, without too much work, we'll have this up and running. So let's crack on. There's two 8mm bolts up there. It just should, in theory, be able to pull this unit out. Like so. Gives me a bit more room to get this out through the bottom of there. There we go. That's out there now. So I've just put these like bullet terminals on, crimped them on nice and tight to the positive and the ground. I've just tested it, it's all working fine when you put the ignition on. I haven't got any heat shrink, so good old bit of insulation tape, and all will be good in the world. I might stick the camera on before I put all this lot back, and then I can get all the wiring tidied up, tucked in the back there, and just get it cable tied on, and just make a bit of a neat job of it. That's the plan anyway. That's all on there now. I've just got to see if I can get that plugged back in when I get the get all this unit back in. Hoping that that'll just stick back over there. Let's see if we can get it back in. That's in, that's in. Right, got these two 10mm to go back in. 8mm I should say. That can go up there, so I need this light. Can't remember which way around that goes now. That's the right way. Why can I not get it in? There we go. Right, that's all working. No idea what all this is. It goes back in there like so. That's it, we're all on the windscreen and it's powered up. It should be recording. I'm going to get everything put away, then we'll get it connected up to the phone. We'll have a little drive around the garden, we'll see what the footage looks like. I've got it sort of stuck on there, so it's just underneath that. You've got like that funny little shaded bit on the windscreen. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but it's just a bit fiddly up there. But I took that whole unit off. I found that to be a bit easier. So we've got a little Bluetooth button. I've just managed to pair it. You hold down the Wi-Fi and the triangle of doom button at the same time. It enables Bluetooth. You hold down that button for 3 seconds and it pairs it. Piece of cake. Comes with a spare battery. and another sticky pad in there, so if you want to use it on a different car, it has got a sticky pad on the back of it. To change the battery, you've got to take the little screws. I didn't realise there's already a battery in it, but I'm just going to stick it pretty much where Sam stuck his. Bit of that, bit of tissue. Hopefully, stick it on. Press it.
Video protected.
That's protected the video. Pretty good. I don't know how often you have to pair them up, but we'll try it next time we go for a drive. Don't know how often you have to pair that Bluetooth controller up with the camera. So we've got the hard wiring kit wired up onto the courtesy light on the Range Rover. That's permanent. Well, it's live all the time. The car's active. When you lock it, it goes off. That's on there. We've got the optional circular polarizer. Now that acts like a pair of sunglasses. It cuts down all the lot of reflection and bits and pieces. So if you use polarized sunglasses, you'll know the effect that they have. That just pushes on, so you can take it on and off as and when you need it. I'll leave it on. It's no big deal. And the Bluetooth controller is optional as well. I'm not sure of the exact price, but they're around about 90 something euros, I think, or dollars, or anyway. This video won't be going live until these are available. Yes, I said that I made this video a long time before this camera was available, so they've told me just to hold off releasing it until April. Whenever I'm releasing it, I don't know. You'll know because you're watching it when I release it. But that's it. It's pretty good. It's pretty tidy up there. It's just tucked up out of the way. You can't see it, well, you can see it above the mirror, but it's not in your line of sight. The last one I had stuck on and it sort of hung down a little bit. The Hobbit does not like stuff on the windscreen, hence the reason we got rid of the Apple CarPlay screen. Yeah, we're gonna just have a bit of a drive around and we'll see what footage it is, and we'll see how it works with the phone, and yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll go for a little drive around the garden and we'll see what this dash cam footage looks like. I'm holding on to the big camera on the tripod at the minute, so you'll have to just bear with me. I've got it screen recording on my phone as well. We're going to see what the blokes are doing down on the roadside. There's a pretty good picture on the old phone. Proof will be what it looks like on the computer. Oh dear, I haven't got my seatbelt on. Very good, doing some work out here. So I don't know what the footage is going to look like until we get it on the pooter. But say so far I'm screen recording on the app as well, so I think it looks pretty good. Switch that noise off. Turn that noise down. I can't stand all that row. Turn that noise down. I was on night work. So it does seem pretty good. I'll press the button. I've turned the speaking off. Can't be doing with talking. But yeah, I'll pop the memory card out of that and we'll see what it looks like on the computer, and we'll see what it looks like on the iPhone as well. So I'll just switch that screen recording off now. And that will do. So far so good. It works pretty well. I'm pretty chuffed with it. It's a nice tidy install and it's bloody marvellous. So all links will be in the description. If you want one, go and pick one up. I think it's pretty good quality for what you pay out for. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.